Hi, everybody. It is Kathy, and I love to be selling. I do apologize for the slight delay. Facebook and my video webcam were not getting along, so I had to reboot everything and restart everything. So I do apologize for the slight delay. But we are going to get right to it, and we are going to discuss, bam, getting eBay sales. So come on in, everybody. Let me know how you're doing. Say hello. Let me know where you are. And we will enjoy doing this together. Okay, great. Hey, how are you, Gail? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. So this is what I want to talk to you about. First off, because this came up, I think, in my Facebook group, eBay Selling Basics, Nothing But Selling Basics. And it's a tip that I use that works very, very, very well for me. In fact, I actually got 2 nice results with it this week. So I wanted to share it with you so that you can use it too. So this came up, this was for a newer seller, but even the more experienced sellers, you might run into this too. Hi, Pam, good to see you. You will get a message from a buyer through eBay messages. It could also be selling on Etsy or through your own website. And what'll happen is the buyer will say, hi, Bev, good to see you. Come on in. The buyer will say, I haven't gotten the item. Okay. So first thing, before you reply, before you do anything, if you're in eBay, you will have a delivery confirmation number that you've printed through eBay shipping. If you print through another system like stamps.com or Indicia, you'll check there. But in eBay shipping, you'll have a delivery confirmation number. That's your tracking number. Click it. It will give you exactly what is going on with the package. Because sometimes buyers don't know. They don't know that they have it. They don't know that they can click it. All they know is they have not gotten their package. Now, if it shows that it's delivered, what I do is I just copy and paste the information shown, and I just message the buyer and I let them know it's showing delivered, and they should check with people in their home and their neighbors because it does show delivered. Now, the question was not about one that showed delivered, but that the customer hadn't gotten it. This was about one that hadn't gotten to the customer and seemed to be sort of hanging in shipping limbo, where it should have been there in 3 to 4 days. This is 6 or 7 days later, and it's still not there. This is what you do. Again, before you respond to the customer, go to the USPS website and just Google USPS and go on the USPS website, and you'll see a section for tracking. Okay, check on tracking. Actually, let me go there and I will tell you exactly what it says. So hang on a second, because I do this regularly. And so you go on the USPS website, track a package, and there's a square. Put the number in, hit tracking, and it'll come up exactly what it looks like on eBay, which is, you know, that it was picked up, it's on its way, but it will not show delivered. And then what you do is, after you've entered the number and you've gotten the tracking information, you can sign up for updates. And I sign up with my email. I also sign the customer up for updates, because you can sign up more than one person. And I sign up for everything, all tracking, all information, all updates, submit. Then I go to eBay messages, or it could be Etsy messages, or through your website, and I say, I see it's on its way. It has not arrived yet. I have contacted the USPS on your behalf and have asked for updated information. You will be getting emails. I will be getting emails. 9 times out of 10, what this does is it jiggles the system, is the only way I know to explain it. And literally within a day or two, all of a sudden the package, boom, it's either there or it'll show an update that it's, you know, it's on its way. Like, for instance, if you're coming to me in New York, all of a sudden I'll get tracking showing it's in New Jersey, which for me is very close by. And then I know it's going to be there in a day. And the reason I'm mentioning this helped me with tracking for a customer overseas, where they messaged me and they say, you know, they were very nice. They're just say, hey, typically, how long does it take to get over here? And I said, usually a week to 2 weeks. Sometimes it's faster, but I always say a week to 2 weeks. And I said, but let me hop on the USPS website and see what I can do. Again, I entered, it was it's eDelcon tracking. I entered the confirmation number that I had for the shipping. And sure enough, within a day or two, it was on its way, even though it showed it was in the foreign country. It must have gotten stuck in customs. I don't know what had happened, but all of a sudden it was on its way too. So if you see a package in limbo, always, always, always hop over to the USPS website, because so often that will take care of the issue for you, and helps the customer, and everything's solved and everything's fine. Okay, good. You had one of those this week, package stuck. Yes, absolutely. Good morning, Kim. It happened to me twice last month going to California. I've opened cases for non-delivered packages after 3 weeks. It's still in limbo. And that does happen, Kim. That does. I've had that happen too. Thankfully, the two that happened to me this week both went through. But yes, you absolutely want to go on the USPS website, and you actually want to ask for the updates. I actually got an update from one I did, gosh, I think at Christmas time, where it was in limbo. And I literally just got a message like 2 weeks ago saying, oh, it's still in limbo. I had already refunded the customer and everything. But oftentimes it jiggles it loose. So it's always worthwhile to go to the USPS website, enter the delivery confirmation information, enter your email, enter the email from the customer, and you'll have that from the PayPal transaction. It lets the customer know that you're taking care of them. Okay, good. This is what I wanted to bring up for, bam, it's time for eBay sales. So I was listing and shipping this week, and I'm thinking, gosh, you know, it's springtime and this certain category should be selling more. Like, why is it selling more? So what I did was, you'll see a lot of my inventory behind me is in bins. And what it is I will seal the item in plastic, and then I put a label on it so I know what it is, and then I put it on the shelf. And then I put the location in custom label field on eBay. So this one category, I'm like going, I really should be selling by now. You know, the research that I had done and experience selling this item, and I'm just going, you know, what is going on? So what I did was I pulled out the box that had the items in it, and I sat it right here. I have a table to the right of me, and I jumped on eBay and I went looking for it. 5 of the items had fallen off. And I bring this up, and this is not to be evil eBay or evil Etsy or evil anything. It's just, you need to keep an eye on your inventory. I've had it happen to me before on eBay. Thankfully, it does not happen very often. But you need to spot check your inventory periodically. You know, I also have a closet to my right with a lot of things hanging. That'll be the next one that I spot check. And what I do is I just grab like 20, 30 items, and I just go on eBay and I make sure it is still listed. If you're a newer seller, what can happen sometimes, eBay started doing this, gosh, about a year ago, if I remember correctly, is if items are on eBay for over 16 months without selling, if you're a newer seller, or what is called a casual seller, which means you're not a professional seller, you don't have an eBay store, this tends to happen to people without eBay stores, is eBay will pull the listing down if it's up too long without getting any attention. So keep an eye on your older listings. In Seller Hub, you can sort by date listed. It's at the top of Seller Hub. Actually, let me just go to my Seller Hub and I'll tell you exactly what it looks like. And what you want to do is you want to sort by age. And I mention this particularly for my collectible sellers, because in collectibles, so you're going to click listings, active, and it's going to show you your nice listings. And what you're going to do is click time left. Does that do it? Yes. You can do it either way. And then go through. On one item I'm seeing eBay note, this listing hasn't had any sales in at least 16 months. please consider updating it. You want to update it. What eBay's telling you is that item is going to tank in search. It's like, you will search, you will not find this. Why? Because the 3 pillars of eBay search are trust, your reputation as a seller, accuracy of your listings, relevancy. And relevancy is that shoppers are interested in it. If it has been sitting there for 16 months and longer and it has not sold, eBay goes, gosh, this item is really boring. Sometimes for newer sellers, they'll just pull it down. So you've got to keep an eye on your unsold listings so you don't have things land there that you think are listed. And all you do is click sell similar because it's going to generate a new number. You don't want to click relist. Relist pulls the information from the original listing and relists it. That's good for something. If you have a hot item, you sell out of it, then you get more. You want to click relist. If it's a dead item that's gotten 0 interest, you want to click sell similar because it creates a new listing. And take a look at your title and comment BAM, B-A-M, and I'm going to send you some great selling tips that you can use for refreshing older listings and also listing new listings in a way that is going to be really help you to get found in search, which is what you want. So keep an eye on your items that are listed for a long time. And you don't need to pull them down necessarily. You can refresh them, rearrange the keywords in your title, rearrange the pictures. You can drag and drop your pictures in eBay. Take a look at your description. Take a look at your item specifics. eBay's constantly adding new item specifics, and fill in as many as you can that are good for your listings. Keep an eye on what is selling. Right now, and I'm going to date this, this is April 21st, so we're going in towards Mother's Day, weddings, graduations, and summer. If I have spring and summer items that in my experience sell well this time of year, and they are not selling, take a look, because they could have fallen off. And get them relisted. It's another reason when you're taking your pictures, label your pictures. So for instance, this is a black eBay shirt. So I would label the picture, you know, eBay black shirt, maybe number 1. So it's the first picture, which is the front. Then eBay black shirt 2, maybe a close-up of the logo, okay? eBay black shirt 3, the back of the shirt. Maybe eBay shirt 4 is the label, okay? So label your pictures and put them somewhere that if a listing falls off, you don't have to go through all the work of redoing all your pictures, okay? Sometimes people do use systems like InkFrog because InkFrog 6-bit store your listings indefinitely. So if it falls off, you can just bring it back up with a sell similar. But I'm telling you, and what's great is I caught 4 items that had fallen off. I'm like, get out of here. 2 of them have already sold, okay? So I sell similar. I did play with the title and the pictures because he must have fallen off like, seriously, like a year and a half ago. I mean, one of them I know I've had for at least a year and a half, 2 years, because I'm going, why isn't that sold? Guess why? It wasn't listed anymore. So do that. Always just maybe once a month, pull a chunk of inventory, you know, pull a bin, pull a rack, again, in categories that you really think should be selling, whatever that is, you know, your shoes, your dresses, your collectibles, and just spot check. Oftentimes I'll spot check, everything's fine. You know, it's there, it's just for whatever reason, it's not getting traction. Then what I do is some social media, time for some Pinterest, time for some Facebook business page, maybe clean up the listing a little bit, you know, check my keywords. And if you comment BAM, B-A-M, I'm going to give you some super tips for spring cleaning your listing. But if you are looking and looking and looking at certain things and they are not selling, you're going, why isn't this selling? Is take a look, because there is a chance that it has fallen off. I'm not the only one that this has happened to. I don't want to start an urban myth on eBay, which is, you know, your sales are slow because your listings have fallen off, but it does happen. So keep an eye on it so you can get those things up. And like for me, BAM, that's why I titled this BAM, BAM, 2 sales, really nice sales, and they're out the door. Not only that, you know, because we're always striving to get fresh listings up, I was able to get up 4 or 5 listings very, very quickly because I had the pictures, I had the information. But I do always double check because I want it to be nice and fresh. Okay? Good. Yes, comment BAM and you're going to get that. But do keep an eye on your inventory because sometimes the things do fall off and I don't want you to fall victim to that. So keep an eye on it and spot check it while you're doing listings. Okay? Great. And that's what I wanted to share with you. So again, if something's in limbo on shipping, it's well worth a trip over to the USPS website, enter the tracking. You can enter your customer's email so they can get the tracking updates too. And if you're like going, wow, this category should be moving, double check to make sure the items are listed, that they haven't fallen off. And then if they are listed, yay, do some social media. Help push it out. Help get some traction. I'm just checking questions, see if everybody's good. Hey, Larry, about 62. There we go. And I can probably pick up any of them and find items that have dropped off. Most probably my fault from not paying attention, especially when I old listings. Yes, excellent point, Larry, which is sometimes because we're multitasking, we will end an old listing, right? Because we've gone into eBay Seller Hub. We've seen eBay's note saying, hi, Larry, hi, Kathy. This is up for more than 16 months. We pull it down. And then we go and do something else. We go to grab a cup of coffee. We go to grab a glass of water. We go to talk to our spouse. And we forget to relist it. And that's why it falls off. Excellent point, Larry. So keep an eye on your listings. Make sure things are listed. It's well worth spot checking. And also go through your unsolds. Go through your ended listings. Make sure they're sold and shipped, or if it's something that's been on for a super long time and it's just not going to sell and you've tried everything you can possibly think of, you know, that it's ended and you're donating it to a thrift shop or to a charity shop, you know, good to double check that. But always go through your unsolds and your ended listings and spot check. And again, just put it on your calendar, maybe once a week, once a month. I do it about once a month and put that on my calendar. So good, good, good. How many items listing on eBay? Again, you do want to list daily. That's always good practice, but check your ended, check your unsolds, make sure something hasn't fallen off. And those are my tips for you. Comment BAM, B-A-M, and you're going to get some super tips sent to you. It's my pleasure. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Kathy, and I love to be selling. Bye-bye.